Well, hello there, guys, and I am back trying to get a feel for what's in this bag. I know that this is the Barrel and Blade Knife of the Month. Feels like some weird packaging going on in there. I'm not sure, but I guess we should just get into this. Now, I'm hoping I changed some settings. I'm hoping that maybe the autofocus issue will be a little bit better. We'll see what goes on. Let's get into this. Barrel and Blade Knife of the Month, May 2024. I don't know what this is. Weird. That was weird, because that did not feel like what I thought was in the package. Not at all. Oh! But, oh my god. We have... Houston, we absolutely do not have a problem. There's a card. There we go. So, this could have used a big box. I'm just saying, I'm always critical of SOG for putting giant boxes for knives that don't need it. This could have used a big box. This is really cool. This is one of those giant ass Victorinox knives that has everything on it. Awesome. But I'm excited. So, Barrel and Blade Knife of the Month Club. So, as you guys know on this channel, I subscribe to Barrel and Blade, the level 2 box. I also subscribe to the Knife of the Month Club because they just, you know, you kind of, with Barrel and Blade, you sort of, their Knife of the Month, you never know what it is that they're going to put in there. And they have a wide variety of stuff. This is a really cool one, though. So let me show you the card. It has specs, but the thing is, looking at specs for this knife is going to be insane because there's so much in it. But I am really happy because when we see a Victorinox in most boxes, we get a little, you know, a camper, or we get the Ranger series. They have a few blades on it, whatever. But this is really, I have not seen one of these come in any subscription before. So, huge. Wow, we got a lot to go over here. So the EVOGRIP S54 lock blade Swiss Army knife. We have, so, well, I guess we'll just start on one end here because there's so much to look at. First of all, we've got, you know, standard plastic scales on the sides here, but a really nice rubbery textured inlay to give us a real good grip. So it's, you know, has the general slimness in terms of height of a regular Victorinox, of a Swiss Army knife, but it's a chunky boy. It's fat, but it's not tall, wide, but not tall. So it still could easily fit in a pocket, but it's going to take up a lot of space. What they say the weight is 7.8 ounces. Again, that is pretty heavy, but you know, it doesn't feel that heavy. It really doesn't feel like almost an 8-ounce knife. And it does give you, like, on the package here, it says 31 functions. Over here it says 32 features. Sometimes people count this as a tool or a feature, but we'll find out. So let's just go in order. So, of course, we always have the toothpick, and we have the tweezers. Well, we don't always, but obviously we have them. So we've got that going for us. Let's start on this side. I am not familiar with this at all. So we've got the blade. In terms of using this, the blade itself. Now we know that, you know, Victorinox uses their proprietary steel, which is excellent steel. And it is finished very nicely. Of course, this cutting money has been used for calibrating the 3D printer, so it's got some glue on it and it's pretty beat up, but this still cuts right through it very nicely. It could be a little awkward holding this big chunky thing in your hand to use this knife, but I would prefer if they actually put it in the middle somewhere, but I understand that for the locking purposes, they put it on the end, so you've got the lock there. So we've got the main blade. Next to it, we've got a little file there. Inward of the main blade, we've got, does this look like scissors? Or is this like a little plier? This is pliers. Oh, if I could get this thing to open. Small pliers. Small pliers for small jobs. They do not lock. But you've got them. Very small jobs. You're not going to get a whole lot of torque on this, but there they are. Oh, I've got brown paint on my hand. I apologize. Looks like dried blood. It's not. And so far the knife blade is the only thing that locks. What's next up? Ooh, big coarser file for doing other... Now this is going to have trouble focusing just because of the light shining right on it. So this seems to be all the same roughness. It's more of a rasp kind. Well, not really a rasp, it's a file. But it also has an edge there, so you can use that for going through some light wood and stuff, but it's certainly fileable. Next to that, we've got a saw, and so the Victorinox saws are actually pretty good for wood. It's a small one, but going through a small branch or something like this, they're actually very good, because back on the channel somewhere I showed you the Bundeswehr pocket knife, the one that way back in my old days I damn near sliced a fingertip off when I was a young cadet in high school. They're actually made by Victorinox. I didn't do it with the saw, I did it with the knife blade, but it's the exact same blade, and I can tell you I've taken out in the field and stuff. Excellent wood cutting capability on it. So there we go. This little guy here, next tool, a little awkward to get out, but we've got a little magnifier, and this can be a slot driver, I'm assuming, because, oh, they do actually give you a whole thing. So let's see, number 15. Precision, that's a precision screwdriver is what they call it. I'd say a precision one would need to be a little bit smaller. There's no way that, can the camera capture this a little bit? Yeah. So, I like having a little magnifier on there. That's kind of cool. What do we have next? Looks like a fish scaler. Yep. We've got a little fish scaler going for us. This is number 26. These things are not all in order, but it's a fish scaler with a hook disgorger, so you can use it to take a hook out of your fish as you're out there in the woods. Next we have, I think these are the scissors. Yeah. Let's see. Not bad. Not bad at all. Some of these folding knife scissors don't really cut very well, but this does pretty damn good. So we have now, what are you? I know what's next to you, but what are you? Oh, this is a little wrench. Look at the little wrench. It's kind of cool. I wonder if this is specifically, if they say it's like metric or what is it? Hang on, let me figure out what number this is. This is 24. Universal wrench. So, and then next to that we have. Come on out. Phillips head. Okay. Now I've been looking at this and I've been curious. What is this thing? Oh, that is nifty. So we have a ruler, which I love that it is transparent, so you can put it up right up against something and get a measurement on it. But we also have a little. No, this looks like. Does this come out? No, it does not come out. All right, it's in there. I thought maybe this actually would. It does come out. So we've got a little teeny tiny compass. Not sure how accurate it is. I don't think it's liquid filled. I think it's just in there. It's the problem is, well, I guess, you know, if you line it up north, you'll see it's there's just such a small window to see the markings on the arrow, on the you know, but you have it, which is cool, and it fits right into this transparent ruler, which is marked in, it's got inches and centimeters and millimeters. And I'm going to leave that out while we get some of the last few tools out. And of course, we got another little slot driver, and this is our can opener. And then how much you want to bet this is the bottle opener. We got a bottle opener and a larger slot driver. And as always, I'm just trying to see if this is another, yeah. This is the all, I'm betting, of course. And on almost every Victorinox, we have a corkscrew. So they call it a total of 31 features on the Victorinox package. They say 32 on the barrel and blade card. Like I said, again, some people count this little keyring as a tool or a feature, but there's a lot of stuff packed into this little guy, and this is awesome to get in a subscription. I'm very happy with this because this is by far, of all the Swiss Army knives I have, the most functional, most jam-packed. There is something to be said, because I always want to cover both sides. You know, I'm just excited to get this and carry this around, and nothing makes you feel more like MacGyver than a Swiss Army knife like this. However, if you watch MacGyver, he had the most basic Victorinox ever. I think it was just like, it was one knife blade, and then a small one, and then a small, you know, like bottle opener or something on it. He didn't have one of these. He had a very, very basic Swiss Army knife. But this makes you feel like you could solve all the world's problems carrying around. So this is actually very cool, very exciting to get from Barrel and Blade, which is, but don't know if I said this in the beginning, but I always, in all my Barrel and Blade unboxings, give you a link to Barrel and Blade in the video description, because I've just been with them so long, and they're, to me, a very reliable company. I have dumped thousands of dollars of my own money into them, and they have always been a very reliable company. So when people ask about subscriptions and recommendations, they always come up. I support them. They've always been a very good company to me, in my opinion. So there's a link to their knife of the month in the video description. I mean, this is awesome. What do you guys think? I know that there are some people that would say, yeah, that's cool, but I wouldn't carry it because it's so big. I want to hear from you. I also want to hear from people who would say, I would love to get my hands on one of those because I think it's really functional. It's really cool. What do you guys think as a knife of the month from a subscription? Cool or not? I think this is way better than just some big, enormous fixed blade that we've seen before. I think this gives us a lot of tools, but does it give us too much? What are your thoughts, guys? Let me know. I'm really anxious to see what you think of something like this. I'm excited to have it. I'm going to be carrying it around. Awesome. So thanks for spending some more fun time with me. You will see this more on the channel. And anybody that's got experience with these bigger Swiss Army knives, I want to know from you guys too. What do you think of them? Remember that you guys are all absolutely awesome, and I appreciate every single one of you. And I'll be back again real soon.